Don't Mississippi State's trying to get 10,000 people into the hunt to see this game on Sunday. How much of that is I guess, saying how good your program has become, that they want to get this many people in to watch you guys as well?
It's a big game. It's a big game for both of us, and obviously, I think he's probably promoting his team uh, to support their team. But I think you'll see some great basketball. SEC play has been very, very competitive, and anytime you go into a place in which he's got that program jump started, their fans deserve to see good basketball.
Do you see similarities between how Vic's building his program and how?
I mean, he's based it on defense, and defense will allow you to build your program quicker than offense, especially when you don't have as much talent. He's probably ahead of schedule, when it comes to comparing to our team. We just didn't have the talent, but he's done a great job. He and the staff, they've done a great job in getting the program to where it is now.
Don, I think you talk about big games. I think 4 of the next 5 are against ranked teams. How do you keep your guys focused on, hey, this is just what we have to go through, and let's just take it step by step by step?
The focus is just on the task at hand. We don't talk about the schedule with our players. Besides, we need to take care of Mississippi State. We did probably tell them a little bit more than normal, because I think they need an understanding of tiebreakers, the teams that you only play once. You got to make sure that you win that particular basketball game. So, I think that's on our players' minds, and just continue to win. And we got experience, we got senior leadership, and they've been the stable forces in our locker room.
Yeah, I know it's easy to say that because obviously you've won them all so far. Do you like how your message is being received by these guys?
I do. We've been at a place now for it's the second year of being hunted, so they understand that. So there's no newness about it. Yes, some pieces have changed, but the players from last year set the example of how you handle those situations, and they've done so great so far.
Stay with that. When a team's coming up with a tough loss, especially in the SEC race, how do you pass that along to your team, letting them know that they're going to come in kind of with that chip on the shoulder, knowing they need a win?
Well, we really don't worry about what Mississippi State, what their mindset is. As long as our mindset is where it needs to be and we stay in character, I like the team that we're going to put on the floor on Sunday.
Dawn, if I recall last year, you did a pretty good job on Vivian's kind of taking her out of the comfort zone. What allowed that to work, and who do you have planned on defending her on Sunday?
Well, Olivia Gaines allowed that to work to perfection. We have some players who are very, very competitive. Tiffany Mitchell, always draws our opponent's best offensive player. Khadijah's been, pretty good at, wanting a crack at our opponent's best offensive player. So, for us, we got a number of players. Danye Clowney is she got some good experience in the Auburn game. So we're just kind of slowly trying to allow her to grow up a little bit without putting too much pressure on her. But we'll be switching things up, so everybody will get a chance at it.
Both teams are ranked, averaging I think 30,000 people last weekend came between both games. What's it like being at a school where both men's and women's basketball programs are succeeding at the same time?
It's great. It's tremendous. Our fans have been so loyal and so supportive. They deserve what's happening here with basketball. They're, obviously, they love football, but I think our programs, both Frank and I, have made them fall a little bit more with basketball than normal, and that's a great thing. So when Gamecock Nation falls in love with something, they show you by showing up and creating a home court advantage and making it very difficult for people to come in here and get a win on the road. We were at Auburn, and the amount of people that showed up and that were in the stands, our players were talking about it. When they came back out for warm-ups, it was all Gamecock Nation, and it's a beautiful thing to see, even on the road.
With that one bus trip left in that area, how special is it to see so many people buying into these bus trips?
It's pretty cool. They get some pretty cool looking T-shirts. So if if you ride the bus, we usually have a cool T-shirt that's never been worn before. But I think they just come, to have fun on the buses and have fun at the games and cheer us on to victories.
Coach, with the, if I'm not mistaken, the Players Tribune article that you wrote that came out this week. What
It
is
came out in the spring.
spring? In the spring.
Yeah, last spring.
Someone posted this week. I was just curious. But writing stuff and sharing your story, what inspires you to do that? Why do you like getting that message out as much as you can? Writing stuff like that and as often as you do. What's the importance of you think of your message that you like to share to people that can hear it?
Well, I think the importance is the relationship with the people. We can't perform the way we perform without having trust between, coach and player and coach. And I think the secret behind our success is we've had that. Do I get on our players? I absolutely do. They chose to come here for a certain reason. And the reason is all of them want to be pros. All of them want to graduate. And it is our job as a coaching staff to get them to those goals, and that's working hard every day. They sometimes lose sight of that. So if you don't have the relationship to keep them on path, they'll fall off. But we got a really good group, that is goal oriented, goal driven, and our job is to get them to where they want to go.
Thanks, Frank.